Kings and queens of aroma, welcome back to the Fragrance Fraternity, the best smelling fraternity in the world. I appreciate you being here. Hope you're having a great day so far. Do me a quick favor, hit that subscribe button. I don't always ask, but today I'm asking. So let's go ahead and keep pushing toward our goal of 1,000 members in the fraternity. Let's keep it growing and keep our sillage growing, more importantly. Let's get started today. We're going to talk about 10 fragrances that you can wear pretty much every day as an everyday scent, stuff that you can just grab as a dumb reach. You can't go wrong with it. Works every situation, season, all of that jam. Let's get it started here with Narciso Rodriguez. Bleu Noir for him, Eau de Parfum. Man, if you like blue fragrances, this is one I really highly recommend. It's got that fresh out of the shower type shower gel smell to it. It's got a nice vetiver in the base to class it up a little bit. It's got a really nice muskiness too. So if you're a fan of like musky forward fragrances with a little bit of a blue shower gel vibe and a little bit of woods in the base, that's basically what you're going to get here with the Eau de Parfum. Smells quite different than the Parfum. Haven't tried the EDT or the EDT Extreme, but frankly, don't really need to because I love the EDP so much. I would have a hard time going toward the EDT just because I love this one so much. I wouldn't really use the other one. So it would be a little bit redundant. Anyway, get your nose on this one if you haven't. You can get this at a pretty good price. Smells really great quality for the price and also stands out a little bit. It's going to be really one that only people in the fragrance community are aware of. So definitely has got a little bit of uniqueness, although it's maintaining that mass appeal through the blue fragrance DNA. Definitely want to check this one out, guys. All right, let's go ahead on to the next one. This is going to be a bit of a throwback here. I believe this came out in 2004 or 2005. Lacoste Essential. I'm going to try to give you a little bit of different scent profiles here. This one's definitely going more in the green direction. And it's got a very interesting note. I believe it is a tomato leaf note. So you don't see that too often. Definitely makes it stand out a little bit. It's a really sporty, fresh green fragrance. It's got this like watery nuance to it as well. Perfect casual scent, perfect everyday use, office safe, and still does not smell outdated, still smells great. The early 2000s had some really great fragrances come out, and this is definitely one of them. This is the newer bottle style with, I believe the cap is a little bit different, not sure, but anyway, Lacoste Essential. It's a great fragrance, pops up at the rack store, snag it if you see it for a good price. All right, next one up we have is going to be most likely the most divisive one on this list. This one has some people who are not a big fan of it, and I can understand why. It's a little bit more of a like aggressive, sharp, synthetic-ish type smell. I'm talking about H24. This is the Eau de Toilette. A lot of people say the Eau de Parfum is better. I'm yet to have smelled it. And the reason for that is that if I got the Eau de Parfum and I liked it, I don't think I'd be reaching for the Eau de Toilette ever. And I like the Eau de Toilette, so I'm just going to use this one for a while before jumping into the Eau de Parfum. I really like the presentation on this bottle. Although it's clear, you can't really see the stem. It's got one of those invisible stems, which makes it look a little bit more classy and pretty nice. It smells like banana runts. So if you're familiar with that candy, it's got like this synthetic banana smell to it. It's got a really prominent muskiness. This is arguably one of the best musky fragrances for men out there. And definitely one that you want to sample before you go ahead and buy it. But if you're like me, you're going to smell it, you're going to enjoy it, and you may want to reach for it every single day because it is ultra versatile and has an incredible scent quality to it as well. You only need a couple sprays of this one to get good performance. Check out H24, the Eau de Toilette here, if you want something that's a little bit different and a little bit more musk forward and has that kind of like synthetic banana smell to it, is the best way that I can put it. All right, next one up we have is from a Middle Eastern brand. This is Maison Alhambra, subsidiary of Latafa. This is Porto Neroli, but you can guess what this one is cloning. Neroli Portofino from Tom Ford. Bottle looks exactly the same, and these go for right around the $30 mark, maybe a little bit less, and the quality is phenomenal for that price. A little bit less airy and a little bit less fresh than the real deal, but it's got a little bit more of this denseness and richness to it, which is pretty surprising, and I think that improves the performance because this is not a great performer typically, but with this clone I get pretty decent performance. Beautiful bottle here. My only gripe is with this cap. I don't like caps that just are so, like, they don't snap on, they're just so flimsy. but it looks nice. So definitely don't want to pick this one up by the cap. This has a very lemony, fresh, kind of almost like lemon dish soap type smell. If you're familiar with the Neroli note, you know, it smells like this clean woods type smell, very different than other woods that are used in fragrances. That's specific to the Neroli. A little bit of like this floral smell as well, and also reminds me of Fruit Loops cereal. So if you're a fan of Toucan Sam, if you were munching on the Fruit Loops back in the day like I was, this may bring you back to that time as a kid. Fruit Loops in a bottle type smell with Neroli Portofino, Porto Neroli, the clone. All right, next one up we have is from the house of Prada. This is Prada Luna Rosa Carbon. Stoked to have this big 5 ounce. I got a sweet deal on this maybe a year or two ago. It was $100 for this 5 ounce, so that's a really good deal. I got it from Macy's. Be on the lookout. If they have that deal again, you may want to snag it. For $100, you get a whole lot of liquid, and is a really good deal when you factor in the price per ounce. Anyway, what does it smell like? It smells like Sauvage, the Eau de Toilette. A little bit cleaned up though, a little bit classier, not as like sharp and metallic. Don't get me wrong, I love every iteration of Sauvage. But this one, I just want to go for when I want something a little bit, I guess, less aggressive, maybe a little bit safer of a play. It's got more of this lavender freshness to it, ramped up, and it doesn't really have the black pepper spiciness of Sauvage and the metallic nature of Sauvage. Pretty much Prada's take on Sauvage. You know, they like to do these soapy, clean type DNAs. So definitely you're getting some of the Prada soapiness mixed in with that Sauvage EDT DNA. Great fragrance. Definitely get a lot of people when I ask them what fragrances they like. They oftentimes mention Prada Luna Rosa Carbon. This is definitely a fan favorite for many, and for good reason. Smells phenomenal. Happy to own the big bottle. Check it out if you can. I think you're going to like it, especially if you like Sauvage. All right, next one up. Let's keep it blue with a fragrance. When people ask me, you know, what, they don't have a big collection and they're just maybe getting into it, and they're like, what is one fragrance that is really good value for money with good performance, that people are going to like the way it smells, that I'm going to like the way it smells? Give me one recommendation. And I always tell them, check out Versace Dylan Blue. This is really a great fragrance for pretty much anybody, any age, any situation. You're getting a lot of value for the money. The price has come down on this bottle, and you can get it for a really good price. It lasts all day long. It's got a nice fresh shower gel smell. It's got this really beautiful grapefruit note in the opening. Admittedly, when I first smelled this, I wasn't loving it. It kind of took me some time, but now as the romance grows, you know, sometimes you meet a person and you're not sure about them, and you meet them again, you're not sure. But, you know, by the fourth, fifth time you hang out with them, you start to genuinely really like them. That's kind of what happened with me in this fragrance. So give it some time. It may just take some time to adjust to it, but if performance is important to you, if mass appeal is important to you, ease of use is important to you, and just liking the way it smells, there's 4 good reasons to check out Versace Dylan Blue. Nice looking bottle too, pretty classy, from, you know, a brand that people know. Most people know Versace, right? All right, let's go back to a different brand now. This is going to be from Aaro. This is Chrome Extreme. So, Chrome Extreme pretty much looks like all the other Chrome bottles, right? Just a little bit more of this like matte blue dark finish. And this one smells similar to Acqua di Gio Profondo, if you're familiar with that scent profile at all. It's got this aquatic, you know, sea note type smell to it. Very airy, very fresh. A little bit of the shower gel smell, but more so the aquatic. The only difference is you don't get so much of the minerality that you get in the ADG. It's more of like a sweetness here, and you get a little bit of the chrome metallic scent. So if you're familiar with the original Chrome, and pretty much a lot of the flankers, they kind of have this like metallic edge to them, which is definitely prominent here as well. I think this one is even a little bit easier to pull off than Acqua di Gio Profondo, just because the mineral smell of Acqua di Gio Profondo is not for everybody. Don't get me wrong, I love it. I'm like almost done with a 4.2 ounce bottle, sadly, so I got this as, you know, like a backup bottle just to mix it up when I don't want to use the ADG. Love the way this one smells though. I get a little bit of the sweetness of like a Coach Blue just in the opening, but not that much, but just a little bit of it. That's the best way I can describe this one. Very similar, but does its own thing as well, and you can get it for a much better price. Good performance here, and just an excellent, excellent choice if you are looking for something with more of like an aquatic C note type of an essence to it. Check out Chrome Extreme. It's an excellent fragrance. All right, next one up is one that has pretty much been forgotten at this point. Don't hear anybody mentioning it. That's why I'm bringing it to you. Black Walnut Legend from Banana Republic. You know I got to throw in one Banana Republic fragrance here and there. You cannot see that at all. Whatever. You get it. Black Walnut Legend Banana Republic. It doesn't say anything special there. This smells like Creed Aventus for like $20. And it smells like a smoky Aventus. So whereas Montblanc Explorer smells like a fruity Aventus with, it kind of emphasizes the fruitiness more of the scent profile and the Ambroxan. You get more of the smokiness here. So that's why I sometimes like to go for this one. If you're in maybe a cooler month situation, obviously you could wear Explorer anywhere, anytime. That could easily be in this list as well. Anything that smells like Aventus is pretty much, a dumb reach safe type thing that you could wear every day. But I haven't talked about this one in a while, so I wanted to bring it up. And I think it's definitely worth checking out if you see it at a good price at a rack store. You're a fan of the Aventus scent profile, but you want a clone which maybe emphasizes the smokiness, the woodiness perhaps a little bit more. Check out Black Walnut Legend. Decent quality. I wouldn't expect anything spectacular for $20, but it's definitely wearable. Definitely you can wear it and enjoy it, and you're not going to be thinking to yourself, this just smells like cheap crap. Definitely able to wear this with confidence. Black Walnut Legend. Next one up we have is from the house of Davidoff. This is Coolwater. Grapefruit and sage. Yes, it is as simple as the name suggests, just the two notes in the breakdown. I definitely get more of the sage than the grapefruit. Maybe the grapefruit is just, a little bit in the opening to give it a little bit of like this fruitiness, but overall just a really clean, pleasant, easy to wear scent. The sage kind of offers this herbal nature to it. It definitely smells modern. Doesn't smell, super outdated like maybe the original Coolwater is a little bit dated at this point. Definitely has like this modern twist to it. Very easy to wear. If you're looking for a fragrance that is mass appealing but also has a bit of like this vegetal herbal quality to it, which some people really enjoy, check out Grapefruit and Sage. You get it for a great price like all the Davidoffs, and pretty thick glass here, decent atomizer. It's a good value. It's a good value fragrance. I don't think anyone's going to fault you for wearing this one. All right, last one up we have here is Montblanc. This is Starwalker Extreme. Definitely a big underrated fragrance. Still pops up at Ross. You can grab it for a good price. Doesn't really smell at all like the original Starwalker if you're familiar with that. Goes in a different direction. And this one I think is underrated because it melds aquatic type like freshness with some darker like incensey nuances as well. It kind of reminds me of Prada L'Homme Intense, but not so much iris focused. Like if that was just more of like an aquatic, woody, aromatic, typical type scent profile mixed with like some of the darker nuances. It's like a cousin of that, minus, the prominent iris smell that you get in the Prada L'Homme Intense. This one is great performing, lasts a long, long time, especially if you spray it on clothes. I've clocked this at like 10, 12 hours, which for a $25 fragrance is pretty ridiculous. Like you're getting a lot for your money. Nice looking bottle here and pretty unique. Don't really know of anything that smells exactly like this, so you're really getting a lot of value. I do like to wear this one from time to time. Works pretty much every season and has enough heft to cut through the cold winter air, as well as fresh enough to wear in the summer. Not your typical aquatic, woody, aromatic. Definitely has some nice like spice or like dark incense type nuances going on here to just change it up and make it a little bit more interesting. So that's going to be the last one of the list. Let me know what is one fragrance that you like to wear every day, or that you do like to wear every day, that you think would go well into this list. I always love to hear your recommendations. Appreciate you guys sticking with me all the way until the end. Hope you have a great rest of your day. At the Fragrance Fraternity, we always appreciate your viewership. Thank you guys. Hit the subscribe button if you have not. And we are going to be back with another video here very soon. Have a great day, everybody. Take care.